Tuesdays. Everyone mark your calendars. Tuesdays, that's the new day for Genius Bar. Hi, Sam. We put this in at the end of the episode last week with special guest Luke Miani. But that episode was...
Round of applause for Luke.
First guest. But the issue was that episode was over 2 hours long. And
I don't think that was an issue. I think that was like, you're pretty lucky that we got that for you.
Yeah. I think that because there's nothing else going on this week, you're right. They were lucky that we provided them with 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, how many hours are in a week? Do you know off the top of your head? No, probably not.
Well, it would be 24 times 7. I can do that real quick.
What is the math?
Wait, let's ask Siri. Hey, Siri, what's 24 times 7? She'll answer.
Okay.
24 times 7 is 168.
Okay, so think about that. Only 166 of their hours last week were shitty because we provided them with 2 hours of goodness.
Wait, was it 168?
Yeah, that's what you said, wasn't it?
That would be 166
That's what I
hours
said.
they would have left. I thought you said 160.
What?
Cut this part out. Cut this part out. Editor's note.
The whole point.
Oh, you've made some studio upgrades, though, I just noticed.
No, just Karina, right before I sat down, she's like, I think you should change the color. I'm like, why? It's blue. Because Genius Bar color is blue. And she's like, no, I think you change it. And she just changed the color down here. That's all. And this back there. See the little light beam?
No, that light. Yeah, that's what's new. That's really cool. Where is that? What is that?
That's always there. Except I'm usually sitting in front of it, so you can't see it.
Oh, that looks really cool.
Maybe I'll move it like this way.
Like who makes it? Is that a Philips Hue thing?
No.
Okay.
What is it called? It's a very clever name. It's a Chinese company.
That
It's a very
really
clever
cool.
name.
I kind of want to get one for my room now that I'm looking at it.
They're
That
pretty
looks
cool.
pretty sick.
It does a whole light show. The remote's all the way over there, but it does a whole light show. Anyway, what I was trying to say is Genius Bar is now on Tuesdays. We launched saying that the episodes are coming out on Mondays, but that original plan was like Sam and I, we sat down a couple weeks before the show officially launched, and we're like,
Dude.
yeah, we're going to record. This was our stupid idea. We said...
We took it so seriously.
Dude, we had like a fucking... What would you even call that? Like a pre-show?
A pregame.
Yeah,
we pre-gamed.
It was like, we had a complete strategy. We're like, we'll film, we're just doing audio at the time. So we'll record audio on Fridays and then put it out on Mondays. That doesn't work.
Yeah. No.
But we thought it was a great idea. And all the complaints are, Genius Bar is never consistent. I'm waiting. It never comes out on Monday and it just comes out whenever. No, it is consistent, just not consistently on the day that we said it was coming out. So now the new day is Tuesday.
You know, we've never missed a week. Since we've been going, we have never missed a week of Genius Bar yet. Like, that's pretty impressive.
Which is
on its
astonishing.
Own right. This is the longest running podcast by 21 episodes, I believe. And I found on my YouTube channel, I mistakenly clicked on the live stream section today, it showed me all of my past Lawas, and I was cringing uncontrollably.
Dude, Lawa is a fun name. Like the abbreviation like that.
Yeah, but
Lawa's
real
cool.
cringe.
What did it stand for again?
John Prosser was the one viewer. Last week at Apple, John.
Last week at Apple, Lawa.
Last week at Apple.
I say we make a petition to change the name of Genius Bar to Lawa.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, it'd be just like those Apple employees that are petitioning to not go to work again.
I mean, wouldn't you not want to go back to work after being comfy in your jammies at home?
I got canceled for the first time in my YouTube career, actually.
Wait, why? What?
Dude, read the comments on that last video that I posted.
Wait,
they're
not serious?
Great. I got a lot of flack in DMs and messages for my comments in the last last video. Yeah. No, I wanted to talk about it on the pod because it seemed like a lot of people were upset.
Oh, yeah. You got to make this a clip. Real dramatic. Sam Kohl responds to angry fans.
Just period.
Okay.
Sam Kohl responds. So.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. And they have lots of thumbs up. That's how I knew I was like, oh shit. I got real anxious last night. I went to bed feeling like shit.
Really?
I was like, man.
Oh, wait. Okay. Before you tell the story, I need to give you a hug. Here's a virtual hug.
Okay.
Don't.
Thank you.
Here you go. Okay. A little hug. Okay.
Oh,
was that better? Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you a hug. Really I felt bad because you were anxious last night.
You know, it's the trenches out here. And so essentially, I have a couple things to say. Number one.
Okay, wait. Can you run for the people that are not familiar?
Yeah, no, I'm going to recap.
Okay, cool.
So in my last video, I thought I would be doing a fun segment poking fun at the fact that like lots of Apple employees, not lots, but some Apple employees have circulated some internal letters or other things in response to Apple's hybrid work plan. And I thought it would be a funny bit. And like, it just shows you how much the world has changed, because like this would have been a really funny, it would have hit different probably about a year and a half ago.
Fuck everyone else.
and I was, the hybrid work plan was 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. So still you're working 5 days, but it's only 3 in and 2 out instead of, I guess technically a lot of people are at 5 out right now, none in the office. So I said, these guys don't want to work. They should just go back to the office. Like, it's 3 days, bro. Are you kidding me? And that was what I said. And
oh no,
I read some comments about it, and a lot of people brought up some good points. And I wanted to talk about it because I think my perspective has changed in the past 48 hours. And genuinely, I feel like it was a good learning experience. And I appreciate, like I think a lot of people, and I think when I got like feedback or criticism, you either do one of two things. It's either like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, like, it's just like a fear response of like, I don't want people to hate me. And then the other one is like, fuck what people say. I don't care. That's me. I'm unapologetically me. And I definitely fall somewhere in the middle. Like, I was definitely speaking from my own perspective, and I was certainly blinded by the fact that like I've also worked from home for my entire life. And it was mainly poking fun that a year and a half ago, this wasn't even a question. But now that the pandemic happens, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. So I was, my delivery was not good. And I think my delivery made it sound like I had some ulterior motive or some sinister, unapologetic, unempathetic take on this, which was not that. Like, looking back at my intentions, it was like,
you had a severe
like, just go back to the office
judgment.
And stop crying. Yeah. And it was definitely like, I changed some of my takes, which are people talking about childcare and their pets and the commute and the cost of housing in Cupertino. And it got me to reconsider a lot of things as far as the fact that like most employees need to be in the office. Like, I definitely think some, but I'm not going to change my stance on the fact that people working on product engineering, I do think that, well, of course, everybody works differently, right? So I want to make that clear. But let me say this. I know the way I work best in person with people. Like, if me and John were in person right now and I could like look over and like give him a real hug in person, like that would just be better for me. That works better for me. So I think I was definitely speaking from my perspective of, I know I'm not as productive working from home as I would be in like a more office environment. But then I was talking to my mom who works from home, and she was like, I actually get significantly more work done at home than at the office. I used to talk to people way more at the office. And I was like, whoa, okay, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. So I wanted to talk about it because it seemed like it hit a lot of people far closer to home, literally, than I anticipated.
I'm so confused as to why people were angry though. Yeah,
I just wanted to clear up that like, choice is important, and that I'm on the people's side, and that I think the people should be able to choose, because that is my stand. Like, I feel like that my view of like, go back to the office and listen to what Apple says is inconsistent with like right to repair or like other views about Apple, such as like the Epic versus Apple of like, give customers choice. I'm like, customers get choice, but employees don't have choice.
Would this be a different argument if it wasn't Apple? Like,
no, I would agree.
Employers want to have employees in office?
No, I think they do, but I think a good point that I think a lot of people brought up was that this is really the first time that employees feel like they've had any choice in their scope of work. Because I mean, you and I have choice, right? Of
There's
where we
so
work
many
and how we work.
You can get a different job.
You're right, but I really am about John. You're walking the line of cancellation,
dude. I'm
right
so
now.
confused how people were angry. Like, comments that I read.
I will be
like,
honest.
What?
I was not expecting that. Like, sometimes I've made comments in videos or jokes where I'm like, ooh, was that too much? Like, as I've recorded, I've said that too much, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna
like,
put it out anyway.
You hit the upload button, like,
yeah, and this was one of those where just it wasn't.
You
like
had no idea.
It wasn't even on the radar. Yeah. Not even on the radar of that this would really affect a lot of my audience. And I think a lot of people felt like I was kind of shitting on them and the position that they find themselves in, struggling with getting sick, struggling with taking care of their families, struggling, dude, with like COVID. Like I have to wear a mask again, John. St. Louis is back under a mask restriction.
Oh, really?
St. Louis is? I just want to say, I know that this is not going to make anybody who's unvaccinated get vaccinated, but please, for the love of God, just please get vaccinated. Please.
Arkansas does not care, dude.
Oh, neither does Missouri. Like, please, just please, guys. I have shit I want to do in my career. I got cool stuff I'm working on. Just please get vaccinated. You're putting everyone, you're so selfish for not doing it. And I've just been, I've been on one today about it, dude. Like I've talked to 4 different people about how my tweet, cause my building was like, you got to wear a mask. And it's not even the mask. I'm just annoyed that we were there and it was in sight. Like the light we were, and now it's just,
and then everyone
I feel like we're back to square one. And I know that we're not back at square one. That's a bad way to look at things, but it felt that way. And I'm just genuinely pissed off about it, John. I'm pissed off. And it was that with the cancel that really was a great way to.
It's been a rough 24 hours for you.
To Chicago, but I had a good time in Chicago.
That's another thing I was going to ask. What happened? You just left, dude. I thought you just like. So this is dark, but it's true. My dad went out for bread and milk. He was one of those guys that literally just never came back. And I thought that's what you did to me. Dude, I know we got to record a podcast in a couple of days, and then I see on Twitter that you're in Chicago. You're like, hey, I'm in Chicago. Come see me. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? What are you talking about? You're in Chicago. I had no prior warning. I was like, does that mean the show's canceled? Like, are you coming back? Or what's the deal?
I would never miss Genius Bar. I was thinking about this again today. Genius Bar is really my favorite thing that I do. It's the way I feel most personal with our audience, and it's the way I feel like I connect with people the best. And yeah, we just went up to one of my best buds left for Chicago. He lived in St. Louis his entire life and then decided he wants to pursue acting. He's got these, he's really good. Like, I really think he's going to make it if he just keeps working at it. So he moved to Chicago to pursue acting, primarily on stage. And he's been doing tryouts and stuff. But, he missed me and my other best friend, Katie. I'm working on a vlog. I vlogged some of it on my phone.
Oh, you were serious about that? I saw that tweet and it was like,
it's not going to be on iUpdate. It's not going to be on iUpdate, but it's going to be,
dog, just upload it here and we won't do a podcast next week. Just put some ads in it.
I'm going to put it on my personal channel, Sam Kohl, that has 100 subscribers, but I'm going to change the name of the channel to Sam Vlog.
Oh, okay.
Because I like that name.
Is that going to be a thing that you do?
I think it would be fun to vlog sometimes, and I think I'm kind of good at it. Like, there's been times on YouTube where just carrying around the camera, like my AirTags video, I think is a perfect example of something that I was really, really proud of. As far as not only testing something out, but also it was me and it was my personality. And, I thought things were opening back up. So I was like, maybe this is my chance to dominate the vlog market.
Incorrect.
A bit off on that one. But no, it was a good trip. We went clubbing one night, which I was just not ready for.
Clubbing in Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, it was a trip. I wasn't, like I said, I was sleeping at 2 a.m. and then everybody's like, next bar. And I was like, bedtime. And no one else chanted with me. But that picture that I sent you of the view one night, dude, we went to the top of, this is a pro tip for anybody that lives in Chicago, because I had dated a girl from Chicago for damn near 2 years. And she never brought this up. Come on, you could have done a little bit better. You said you loved me. And it was the top of the John Hancock building. Any person can go up there. The drinks are like $15.
What?
Like, you get that view. I paid $16 for that view for 2 hours.
That's crazy.
I was like, oh, the drinks will be $200 like each. Like, that's how the trade-off is. No, $15 for a drink. It's more expensive than a bar. But I'm like, I get this view. And did
you see Oprah?
Is she from Chicago? I don't know. I haven't brushed on my Oprah history lately.
She's from Chicago, I think.
Is there something under my chair?
I don't know. You want to check? You good?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, one sec. There's something under my chair. Wow.
I can't tell.
Oh
See,
God.
you're so unpredictable. I can't tell if this is a bit and you're going to pull something up as a joke.
This is crazy.
Or if, here it is. Let the record show that I fucking called that shit.
I don't have headphones on, so I can't hear what you're saying.
Okay.
But I think Oprah is about to probe me.
Who the hell is Oprah?
Oprah, I don't like this. I'm going to go back. Okay, one sec.
I called that. I called that so hard. Let's wait. No, we're going to sit and watch him. Oh, hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm back. Sorry. Well,
so
did I go out for a second?
You probably couldn't hear me, but when you were like, is something under my chair? I said, okay, this is going to be a bit. I was like, he's unpredictable. There's probably nothing under his chair, and this is a bit. And you came up with that, and it was a bit.
Yeah. It was a bit.
I think we should take a break because we're starting to know each other too well, and
You're right.
We're getting too familiar.
Yeah. I agree, John. I told you before the show I was going to announce this on Genius Bar, but I don't know if I want to be your friend anymore.
Okay. Why?
Yeah.
Why? You have a reason?
Yeah.
Don't feel like it.
Yeah, I really just don't feel like it. Kind of trying to move on. You know?
I wouldn't blame you for not feeling like it. You're gonna start gonna rename your channel, right? To Sam Vlog.
Yeah.
Well, I think
my personal channel.
You know, it'd be perfect is if you had a domain to go along with that, and it was samvlog.com.
John,
you feel me?
I feel you. Tell me more. Is this something that I could actually do?
There's a magical place on the internet, right? You see websites all the time. You're like, how did they get that .com or that .org? Listen, magical place online. It's like Disneyland, but for websites and domain. It's called Hover. They've been around forever. One of the most trusted names in domains. Is that a slogan that they have, or did I just come up with that? Hover, the most trusted name in domain.
Ooh, that's got some synergy. Keep telling me about it, John. Because I want to go on hover.com right now and register samvlog.com.
Well, you can get 10% off if you do that, by the way. All you have to do is go to hover.com. That's hover.com/genius because you listen and watch this show. That's our show, Genius Bar. Hover.com/genius. You get 10% off. And that's across all of your new purchases. It's really easy. It's really clean. Their design for hover.com is super clean. They have best in-class customer and technical support and over 300 domain name extensions to choose from. So you're not limited by just .com, .org, .net, the usuals.
Yeah, dude. And while samvlog.com may be taken, they automatically recommend other alternatives. Here are other great domain matches. They recommend samvlog.online on sale for $4.99 from
$4.99, dog.
Yeah, that's actually
so you're telling me $4.99 plus an additional 10% discount because you listen to this show?
That's what I'm seeing on my screen, John.
That is cheaper than those drinks in Chicago, tell you that much.
It is. Samvlog.org, $14, 10% off. I mean, you can't miss a deal. Be honest, before doing this podcast, I just bought domain names because I was like, you never get a discount. And John and I know our domain names were expensive for Apple Track and Front Page Check. So if we would have used this, it would have been great. I wish we would have heard a podcast that recommended Hover because they truly are the best in domains. Their site is kick-ass. They're just like one of those you go to other places that, Google tries to do everything right. But Hover, this is their thing, dude. This is their thing. They're good. Oh, I love it. And you can even make offers for domains that are taken. It's so good. Hover.com.
Which is what we had to do.
Yes, we did. Hover.com/genius. Get a 10% discount code with our referral link. Link is down below, guys. Thanks for supporting the show. And we love you, Hover. Thank you for sponsoring this episode.
Real quick. No joke before we end the ad read because this is very relevant. Okay. When I made an offer for frontpagestack.com, I had to reach out to the people that had it and make an offer to them. Hover lets you do all of that in one place on their website. You don't have to I had to connect with the person that owned it and buy it from them. It was a tragedy. It was a mess.
Yeah.
So hover.com/genius, extra 10% off your order. And I don't care what they say. This is their slogan, hover.com, the most trusted name and domain.
The most trusted name in domain. That's good, dude. Honestly.
I know.
I enjoyed that one.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Hover. Yeah. I mean, Sam Vlog, if anybody takes this channel name, I'll cut you. Okay. I don't want that name to be taken. I just want to give me Sam Vlog.
I have,
go ahead.
I've had problems outside my house.
Yeah. I've heard it's just kind of is there a ghost? Cause you've been sending some photos and he'll just be like, oh, I'm like, how was your day, John? He's like, oh, my fireplace is no longer installed. And I'm like, yeah, you can do that.
So I originally had. It's funny how much the stories from this show, from this podcast, bleed into like the other stuff that we do. Like comments on Front Page Tech, the last episode, are all about the birds.
Yep.
Everyone's talking about the birds, and I told that story here. I didn't tell that on Front Page Tech, but it follows me everywhere. So I genuinely believe that this audience that listens and watches the podcast every week,
they're the best.
They're the most dedicated. They are our core fan base right there.
Absolutely.
Everyone else just casual Toilet Squad members. They don't even know.
Yeah. No, I love the Genius Bar fam.
So that was the outside of my house. The birds made a mess. Now the inside of my house is a mess.
Mm-hmm.
I was reaching out because COVID and a lot of stuff. It's been hard to get like a handyman here, and there were just like there's a list of small problems that needed to be fixed, addressed.
Sure.
And so I called around and I got this guy. I actually connected with a lady first who was like, "I have the perfect guy for this. We're gonna reach out and he'll be in touch."
Okay. Cool.
Now, this is after, I'm not kidding, like 3 or 4 months of one handyman promising he's going to be here tomorrow and then never showing up. That went on for a couple months before I was like, all right, dude, chinga te pues. It means go fuck yourself in Spanish. I know I have a Mexican wife now, so...
Wait, did you get married?
No, just call her my wife anyway.
Shit. Oh, I was about to freak out,
as soon as I said
dude.
that, I was like, Sam's going to think that I like eloped.
I was like, yeah, I might be going to Chicago. At least I'm not getting married. Oh, by the way, married now. Okay, John.
Fuck this guy. Couldn't get him, so I started reaching out to other people.
Okay.
This lady named Jackie's like, I have the perfect person for this. He's so nice. He's gonna be great. He comes over, and dude, no joke, like, and Karina and I, like, unironically talked about how perfect this guy was because it was one of those days which it just sucked. And he came over and was just a little light in the day. Like he's like 70 something now, and he's ex-military, and he did a lot of mechanical stuff in the military. So now he does it just like around people's houses. And he like, from the moment he walked in the door, he was funny, and like you just tell he really cared. And so that day, Karina and I we ordered lunch from like some Chinese place. And he was all the way up on a ladder. Our ceilings are like 10, 15 feet up, and he's all the way up. And I'm like, hey man, you want to eat lunch with us? And he's like, no, that's okay. He's like, okay, fine. I start to walk away while I'm like on DoorDash, and I go, it's Chinese. He's like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. So I got everyone Chinese, and we sat down. And he like told us all sorts of life stories about like his daughter and his like he's got like 7 different girlfriends like from different countries. Like he travels, goes to the Philippines to see some of his girlfriends, and the dude's like 70 years old. I know, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like if this was any other guy, like you hear a dude has 7 girlfriends, and you're like, wow, go fuck yourself, dude. But it's just like. You can tell it keeps him, he's been divorced, it keeps him young, and he travels all over the world to see his different girlfriends, and he has all their birthdays memorized and all their names.
Wait,
and
that's
it's like,
actually kind of cute.
I know. Why is it? But if it was me, I'd be an asshole.
Shit. You dirtbag, get off Twitter. Don't talk to me again.
So he's just a great guy. The only issue is all of our shit is broken. Like, he warned me when he walked in the door. He's like, I have a habit of breaking things.
You're like, oh, ha.
I was like, yeah,
funny handyman joke. Ha, because you're the handyman.
None of my shit works, dog. Like,
so, okay, I'm confused because you talk about, you got a new house, essentially. Like, it was only a couple years old.
Yeah.
What is breaking? Like, what are you getting fixed? Like, you told me that half of your fireplace is no longer there. So, like, what was wrong?
Okay, so here's the fireplace.
How does a fireplace go wrong?
It's
a fireplace. It's a place for fire.
So, well, it's not real fire. That's the thing. It's one of those like fake
we're
fireplaces.
Bougie out here.
It's
in
fancy.
Okay.
The only issue is that thing works with light bulbs in the back, and then a metal spinny thing that makes it look like flames are bouncing and all this other shit. Anyway, one tiny light bulb was out. And it was like, I could not tell that it was out, but Karina looked at it one day and was like, I think there's a light bulb out in there. I was like, okay, I'll call somebody, have them come over and take a look at it. Should have just said, fuck it, and just left out one little light bulb out, because I couldn't tell. I could not tell. And so this guy comes over, Val, very nice. He comes over and number one, he has to take, I mean, I've sent you a picture of my living room, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So there's the fireplace, and then right above the fireplace is like a mantle.
TV, right?
Yeah, there's a mantle and then a TV above that.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's a wooden mantle, and he can't get the fireplace off the wall, or like he can't get into the fireplace. I'm trying to find you a picture of what it looks like, but he can't get into the back of the fireplace without taking the wooden mantle off.
Oh.
Okay, easy enough, right? So he takes it off, and he starts to get behind the fireplace, and immediately, like as he's taking it apart, you could tell, like he was yanking stuff. And Karina and I are just sitting there like, oh no. Like he knows what he's doing, right? Like we're looking at each other like, I'm sure it's fine. Well, we hear everything like rattling on the inside. And he's like, yeah, I can't get back there. Like this is going to be a whole project by itself. Because we had him do other stuff. Like he fixed a fan and like small stuff that had built up because we couldn't get a handyman because of COVID.
Okay.
And you look at me. I'm not a handyman. I don't know how to fix shit. And so
same here.
He was like, you could tell things were breaking. He's like, it's going to be a whole day. I'll come back for this. I got to put it all back together. I'm going to just leave it the way it is. I'm going to put it back together and we'll come back to this another day. Okay. So, it'll be another week. I'll have one of those little light bulbs burn out for another week and it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
He leaves. Have fun on your trip. Val, have a good time. Okay. Bye-bye. Leaves. And I go to put stuff back on the mantle because I have like speakers and a whole sound system. So I'm putting stuff back on the mantle and I go to set my speaker on and I'm like, what is wrong with my, like, and I'm twisting my head. I'm like, what's going on with my speaker? Is my speaker like crooked? And I step back and the whole mantle is on the wall like this, like just completely slanted. There are holes where you can see it used to be screwed in and he just screwed it in, making new holes. Like, instead of just like, okay, this is where it used to be, very clearly outlined, I'll just put it back there. He just put it in the wall. It's not centered. It's like all the way to the left and crooked. So all my shit is like leaning. And then we go to turn the fireplace on and it's wrecked. Like, it's not just one little light bulb out. Now half the whole fireplace is out. Karina sent me a picture, so I'll show you. So this is now, this is now the fireplace. I don't know if you can see. It only half works
of it
now.
lights up. Mm-hmm.
You can see the mantle's crooked. The wooden mantle up there is like crooked. And so, that's my life now. And he just left. He left and he's in California, I think. So now I just got to wait until he comes back. And until then, all my shit is weird.
So does he know what he's doing? Because that is weird.
Our theory is that he does or did, and he's just older and he lost his touch. Maybe less careful.
Damn, but he said he's so nice, so that's tough.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, do I just hire somebody that's more capable, or do I let Val come back and just cross my fingers?
Honestly, let us know in the comments, but I think I know our audience, and I think they're going to say let Val come back. Like, he sounds like he's a pretty good guy.
I think so too. I
think he might make it right in the end. Because is the fireplace the only thing that he's boofed? Or has there been like other things? It's like, this is not straight at all.
Well, the fireplace and the mantle.
It's kind of a combo job.
Oh, another thing is in the kitchen. So under each cupboard or cabinet, whatever, we have like tube lights. What are those called?
Under cabinet
fluorescent lights?
Sure, yeah.
One towards the door of the garage was a little fucked up. It was broken. Okay. And we have bought new light bulbs and put the light bulbs in, and we're like, okay, this should work, but it doesn't work. It turns out it was because one of the wires was like wrecked on the actual like the thing that holds the light bulb needed to be replaced. So Val replaces it. But it doesn't match any of the other things in the kitchen. Like, he just bought this like tube light from Home Depot or Lowe's or something, and it doesn't match any of the other lights in the kitchen. So you flip the switch and all the kitchen lights turn on, but then there's this one that's just a little fucky because it doesn't match at all. That's what I'm saying. Like, he did it. He did it.
He did it.
He did it, but it is not. He didn't do it.
That's really cute. I want to meet Val. Can we have Val on Genius Bar?
We should. I should invite him on.
Dude, that would be so legendary. I want to talk to this man. Just get to know his life story.
Yeah, if you need anything fixed, I got a guy.
I'm only, we're 5 hours away we talked about, right?
Yeah. So
meanwhile, the audience is plotting out like, okay, 5 hours from St. Louis in every direction. This would be this route, this route, this.
Yeah. But it's, his work is impeccable. So I think it's worth if you paid him to travel to come fix your stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Honestly, I think that's what you should do.
My apartment building is less than 2 or 3 years old. So I don't think anything's going to be breaking for a while.
It's just I think it was built in 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Is that going to help people find me? Probably not good.
We could bleep that part out. We could bleep that part out. Or just make up a year, be like 2000.
Yeah, I think it was built in 1806.
yeah. Maybe you do need some things fixed then.
Yeah.
Yeah. My apartment's been good. I stayed with my friend in Chicago, and they only had one room air conditioned. So it was a whole new world.
That sounds like actual.
I grew up with air conditioning, and dude, when you would get out of the shower,
you're working at home, you got air conditioning, all these luxuries.
Yeah. You work at home, you don't get air conditioning, you have to go to Apple to get air conditioning. Sorry, too soon. Too soon. So it was great at night because it was his room, but his roommate is from Las Vegas, and she doesn't use air conditioning.
What do you mean doesn't believe in air conditioning?
She does not use air conditioning in her room. Why? John, it was 80 degrees and humid as hell. She's like, night, guys.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to sleep in 80 degrees.
No, you can't. Your body scientifically has to cool itself to sleep. And that's why it's really hard to sleep when it's hot, but it's easier to sleep when it's cold. And I was real worried at first because we walked in that night and it was real hot. We took the Amtrak up, Lincoln service, not to flex. I was e-commerce class, so pretty low on the bucket list. Next time I think I'm gonna fly because you can get a flight to Chicago from St. Louis for like $100-something
for like $20.
Well, there was a time when it was 78 there and back, and then we
during COVID
to buy. Yeah. I was like, man, that's actually like $100 cheaper than Amtrak for both of us.
I got because I came here like in the peak of COVID, and the ticket from Ohio to here was like $130. I think it was crazy.
Nobody was flying, and I'm curious if that's going to happen again with the new variants and stuff. And
my God! The Delta variant, because Delta Airlines.
That's probably not great for their stock. They're like, Nick, can we use any other name? Let's go to Epsilon. Let's do the Epsilon variant.
Well, I mean, what do we do? Like, I feel like it is impossible because we can sit on this podcast the full 2 hours and be like, please go get vaccinated. And there are just people that are just assholes. They're not going to do it. And on top of that, even when this stuff is like kicking back up, like, okay, St. Louis, you having to wear masks again. Arkansas doesn't care. They don't want. They don't care. They're not going to make you wear a mask. And so, like, what?
I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to be real hopeful for a while, but I no longer really see the way out of this.
I thought
the vaccine was that, but apparently that's just not good enough.
Oh no, because people need to like cooperate. You know how you think ambushing is cool?
Yeah.
I think we should like go on a tour of Genius Bar live, where everyone buys tickets. They think it's going to be this fun thing, and then we just like walk up with syringes, and be like, just get them all. Just vaccinate everybody. We'd be heroes. We go to jail, but we'd be heroes.
Yeah, we'd go to jail. I'd have such big feelings.
We go so hard to jail.
We'll go to like the most under-vaccinated, and they're like, why are they going to like this random place in Mississippi? You know, they had a lot of Genius Bar people there.
Yeah.
We locked the doors and we're like, everybody grab their tourniquet. God, this is just vaccine misinformation. It's not a tourniquet. I don't know if it was like this for you, but when I got my first shot, she was like, do you care if you look? And I'm like, no, fine. She was like, and I was like, okay. She's like, what? I'm like, what? She's like, what? And I was like, I don't know. You're the one giving me the shot. Why are you asking me questions? And then I'm like, what's next? She's like, you're done. Just go sit for 15 minutes. I said, that's it? He goes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm done?
That's what everyone is avoiding, by the way. That's what everyone's saying no to.
I was like, oh, I thought this was going to be bad. Okay, I'll go sit. Okay, bye. Now, you know, I had some mental, I was nervous mentally, but it was all good. And I'm really happy.
What are you nervous about? Like growing just a third leg?
No, just like the idea of reaction I was tweaking about.
Oh.
You know, my anxiety was not having it that day. But it was fine. It was fine. And it was worth every second of fear or uncomfort, every 2 seconds, because they literally went.
So, and you know how fast that was. So it would take us like a half hour to just like
just go
straight down the line.
I think I would know how to give somebody a vaccine. I just know you avoid the vein. You want to do it in their muscle.
Can we just stick it right in their butt?
I don't know if you can do the ass, but like she just put in my arm. She goes, "You have a preference arm?" And I was like, "They're both pretty big, but you pick on me."
Okay.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That sounds like I was about to unconsensually touch her as well. That's not me. And
you're about to get canceled again.
I know. That was a joke. That was a joke. Come on. Now, see, you got me in my head, John.
Oh, Sam, it's fine.
At one point, my muscle twitched. And she was like, wow, your muscle really twitched on that one. I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking? What? I was like, what? She goes, I don't really know what it means. And I was like, oh, okay. That makes two of us. And one of us has a slightly higher medical proficiency. So let's figure this out. So
we're about to find out what it means.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'm ready for like my booster, my double boost, triple boost. Get me back out on these streets. John, I was just starting to go out and meet people. I was like talking to like girls and people that I was interested in, and
not anymore.
It was great. Not anymore.
Unless you
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Not you.
I mean,
the other people.
I don't understand what your issue is, because Val had 7 girlfriends.
Yeah, apparently I need to be a handyman. I'm also half convinced that this is a porn star you're talking about.
Dude, like, he's like 70-something years old.
Man,
yeah, he's like 77 years old.
Yeah, let me fix your pipes, John, if you know what I'm saying. I could fix your pipes.
It wouldn't surprise me, because that man was not very handy. He handily broke everything. That's what he did.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying. Hey, John, you know what else is broken?
Your brain?
I was going to say the Apple News, but I feel like the news is starting to come back, actually.
It is, slightly.
Have you gotten that vibe? I've started to feel like...
I don't want to say it out loud, though.
Well, I
don't want to say it out loud, because then I'm afraid we'll jinx it. But if... I suggested maybe your brain was broken because you've been dealing with anxiety and it's been rough. And we actually have a perfect sponsor today for that.
Really? Who? John,
yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of them before.
Listen, it's better HELP, right? Better
help. Yes, that's exactly them. Listen, Sam, is there something? Just answer these questions, okay? Is there something interfering with your happiness?
Yes.
Is there something preventing you from achieving your goals?
Yeah.
Is there something preventing you from having 7 girlfriends?
Depends on the day, but mostly. Yeah.
Well, the good news is BetterHelp will assess all of your needs and match you with a licensed professional therapist. Now,
I like that.
All this can start in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line.
Yeah. You want something long-term. You don't want that short-term fix. You want something that's actually going to help you professionally. You know, this isn't like your friend that's going to listen to you and knows you're having a hard time that you keep leaning on maybe a little bit too much.
Sam.
You know, we've all been there.
I'm talking to Sam too much, and I should talk to BetterHelp.
You should talk to BetterHelp because it's so good. They have these range of therapists. They've got lots of expertise. It's available worldwide as well. One of the biggest things for therapy is just access. And this really democratizes that, which I'm a huge fan of. I remember in my college town, there just wasn't, like Peoria, Illinois, there's just not a lot of mental health services. So I definitely, like looking back, this is what I would have done. I just didn't even know about BetterHelp at the time. But if I knew, when I was like, my school's counseling department isn't actually real. It's just like we say we have one, but they're really bad.
Yeah.
And then this is like actual real professional counseling done securely and privately. So it's also like between you and your therapist. I mean, that's something I know well, like a huge stigma is like, what if people see me going to therapy or having to go into the office, you know?
Yeah.
One of the goals of therapy for I think a lot of therapists is meeting you where you are. And maybe you're not ready to take the step to physically go into therapy, or with COVID. Maybe
especially with the stuff getting kicked back up.
Yeah, like it's it's a way for you to kickstart the process and just try it. Maybe it won't be for you, but it could be. And that's definitely what I recommend, because when you guys go to betterhelp.com/geniusbar, you get 10% off your first month. So it's a great way to get started, and it's a little boost. John and I have talked extensively. I'll never forget that episode where we talked about our mental health. I don't know if people reached out to you, but I had a lot of people reach out to me, and they were just like, thanks. Like, whoa. That's cool to know that somebody else also has this thing. And
was BetterHelp sponsor for that episode?
I can't remember if they were. I think we said they should have been, but yeah, this is that ad read now. So go check them out. It's betterhelp.com/geniusbar. Get 10% off when you guys go to that link down below. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode of the Genius Bar.
The Genius Bar.
We did it. Hey.
Thanks, BetterHelp. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Let me venture on over to appletrack.com, okay?
Yeah. Venture on over, John, because I'm looking at some news here. I want to say that 9to5Mac confirmed your iPad mini leak almost to the T.
Yeah, I would say that. Well, okay, something that's very annoying is a lot of outlets right now are, like today, there was more iPad mini stuff that came out today. And some outlets were like, this matches what Bloomberg said. Bloomberg said thinner bezels, all this other stuff. Mark Gurman said that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I gave the full design 3 months ago, like 2 or 3 months ago, gave the whole thing. And it just like, oh, it's so painful. I'm not like, I'm not like, give me credit. But like to avoid it completely. Like I didn't just say in text form, it's going to have thinner home. It might have no home button, thinner bezels. No, I showed you the whole fucking thing.
I know, John. I agree. And I've seen that. Is your friend... As your friend, I'm just like, this is annoying to watch. He was the first one. Give him his credit, guys. He did his
Makes no sense, dude. Like, the stuff you're saying matches the pictures that I gave you. I have, when it comes to Apple hardware design, I have never gotten one wrong. Never. I did, however, right before, like days before I gave out that iPad mini leak, I got my MacBook leak wrong. So maybe that's why. Maybe the MacBook Pro WWDC thing threw everyone off.
I think that was it, John, because I'm still hurting. But also, Gurman said it was coming this summer. Gurman has now changed his stance on the MacBook so many times.
Yeah, but I can't change my stance.
But he also works, John, get a job at Bloomberg. Get a job at Bloomberg. Everyone will report everything you say. Dude, get a job at AppleTrack. Just quit Front Page Tech. Come over to AppleTrack. I mean, I don't want to flex, but AppleTrack kind of gets covered by everybody.
Will you pay me by with Subway gift cards?
I will let you keep 100% of the revenue for your articles. You want to hear a little tidbit?
What about 100% of the whole site?
I don't think that I could do
and then
that,
I'll pay
because then you would just okay. Sorry, where do I send my application? Fun little tidbit. I don't know how Mac Rumors works, but there's this phenomenal. Oh, dude, so many things.
Are you allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, this is a public interview.
Okay.
First of all, I met up with Miles Somerville from 9to5Mac in Chicago.
You did
he lives there, and it was super fun. Dude is awesome. Love him. Just everybody in the tech space is so great.
He's the video producer, right?
Yeah, he makes the really, really cool videos. And I've got a vlog because we had a disagreement on Twitter about HDR. So I've got him selling me on HDR in the video. And
really?
It's gonna be a fun little vlog. I'm excited to put it together. I'm really hyping it up. So I got to do it now. But I saw him. He obviously works for 9to5Mac. I was talking. This is completely separate. This is just an article that I read a few years ago. So I think it's Seth Weintraub, that is the publisher for like this dude. I want to be his friend. He started 9to5Mac, 9to5Google, 9to5Toys, and electric.co, which is the #1 site for electric car news. This dude has to own like 30 Teslas, 10 houses, because he just saw where everything was going 15 years before any of us did. And he seems like a cool guy. We've DM'd a bit. I would ask him for advice about my own site sometimes, and he's been really friendly. Great vibes all the way around. But he was talking in an interview a while back. People were like, well, how do you get people to write for your site when it's pretty small? Or what's the incentive for people to join 9to5Mac back in the day when like Apple News was still pretty niche? And he said that he gives his writers 100% of the ad revenue for the first ad on 9to5mac.com. So when you're reading an article on 9to5Mac, you know when you're on desktop and there's that little square ad on the right side?
Right, yeah.
100% of that revenue goes to the author. Everything else on the site goes to Seth.
Yeah, that. Do you think they still do that?
That's how I think it still works.
I'm struggling to think that one ad makes enough for somebody's living.
Now, John, you would say, yeah, that's a fair question, because I said the same thing. Oh man, Seth, he's probably taking everybody's money. There's no way.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he's taking everybody's money.
No, that's not. But you'd think like, wow, he's getting a better deal than they are, right? Probably, because he's the publisher. He's assuming the risk and everything. But there's a quote in there. Somebody says, well, Gurman probably had some good months, right? And this is a crazy stat that blew my mind when he heard it. But Seth says that for as long as Gurman was at 9 to 5 Mac, which was up until like 4, 5, 6 years ago. You know, he was a teenager when he started. He said Gurman never had a month where he made less than 10 grand.
From just the first ad? That's wild.
Because everybody was like, there's no way that works. Like, you're not paying your employees. And he was like, listen, Gurman made, could you imagine being a senior in high school making 10K a month?
No.
I was like,
no,
dude, that just shows you Gurman's on a different wavelength. I would love to have Mark on to talk about his story. I wish that, I wish he would come on, but I understand. And, I get it. You gotta be professional.
I
would just love to talk about his story, because he's such an influence for like me and people that I look up to, and he's really good at what he does. And I was just like, man, that's a cool story.
He's getting fucky lately. He's getting a little weird. Can we admit that he's getting weird?
His dates have changed a lot more lately. Yes.
And what was his like Touch ID coming to Max in the next couple of years? What?
Touch ID. Okay, here's what I've noticed is happening. A lot of this is more opinion. I think a lot of this is just his take as an analyst. I don't think it's a source at Apple told me
people are not taking it that way.
No, they're not. But it's his own newsletter. And by the way, if you read his newsletter, it's really good. It's actually my favorite. It's my favorite thing that he's ever done. And he does a fun little YouTube video. I really like it. I actually subscribe to Bloomberg.com to view it. It's fun. It's good. I like the Q&A section. It's fun to hear his take. I think that this business model is really brilliant. And it's something that so wait, you still do a daily newsletter for frontpagetech.com, right?
No, it's not daily. No. It's just, so the whole point was, we wanted to build an email list, but we didn't want to be spammy.
Yeah.
And so the whole promise of that email list is you will only get an email if we're publishing an exclusive. You'll be the first to know about an exclusive. We won't bug you with other shit. That was it.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good incentive. I think newsletters are kind of popping off, though. I just worked,
and it's weird because that's such an archaic thing.
I know it is, but they're big. I worked with Morning Brew on a sponsorship that's going to be a video that's out tomorrow, and they were supposed to approve it today. It's actually really cool. It's a daily email newsletter with like tech, business, and like finance news. Pretty sweet. It generally I was like, oh, this is a sponsorship that I actually am really into because it's a good service. Not that I don't really work with anybody anymore that I don't support. Back when I was smaller, I feel like it'd be like, I'll take whatever I can get.
Yeah, I will talk about your robot vacuum.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. I still
or
see
like
some
your
people
PDF
doing like
software. Sure. Yes.
I never did the software because I'm pretty sure they take everybody's data, and I still see people doing these software deals. Don't trust it. Random company. wanting some want me to eye my phone. Oh, I don't want to say the name.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It because they email you every day still. And I just believe that they're fraudulent. And this is just a word to the audience. If you ever see a YouTuber promoting like phone software or something like, there's a big difference between like 1Password, which is like a great app, and phone recovery iTunes helper tool.
Yeah. Yes.
That's not it.
Didn't I tell you about that one app called Test M? I mean, I'm fine with name dropping. They sponsored, and they wanted me to pretend I wasn't sponsored.
Yeah, that's
like they asked me to just do it as like, so I cover like on a good day 3 news stories in Front Page Tech. They wanted me to do one real one, and then the second one in the middle of the show would be their like promoting them disguised as news. And I was like, absolutely not, because I do that one time and no one will ever trust me again. I mean, seriously, because then every time after that, they'll be like, "Is this really news, or was he paid?"
No, I agree that you gotta stick up for yourself. And I don't know if you've seen other influencers doing this and catching some heat for it, but the crypto stuff,
yes, That is not going very well right now.
Did I ever tell you that I got an offer?
No. From
not
what?
Not from the ones that the FaZe clan worked with and got canceled. We're literally
what was that? Save the Kids or something?
Save the Kids token. And then I was starting to like Logan Paul and Mike Magalik again, and I still think they are phenomenal entertainers. But if you see they're doing the dink doink,
yes,
coin,
I saw that,
and you're like, you're just scamming your audience. Like, I don't get it. You like Logan Paul just made $20 million. Why do you need more money right now?
Because, how do you think they stay rich? You don't say, I don't need it.
Invest. Bitcoin to the moon. I got my cryptos popping off, I guess. But yeah, there was this coin. And John, so we were talking, and to be respectful, I'm not going to mention the coin. It's not a mainstream one. It's not anything anybody's heard of, and I don't want to free promo it for good reason. You will literally never guess it.
Okay.
It's like obscure, never been in a headline in the history of anything. It's not even one that you're like, oh, I've seen it once. And the idea was like, basically, I'll describe it. It's a lottery. So everybody has to have so many coins in their wallet, and 4 coins are taken from everybody's wallet every week, and they're distributed to one wallet twice a week. So 2 winners a week. It's like you get a free entry to the lottery every week. You just have to buy this coin. Okay. And I was like, okay, so it wasn't one that seemed like they were going to be in and out, but I was talking, and for something like this that's a bit out of left field, I was like, yeah, it'll be $10,000 a video. And they were like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
But
how recent was this again?
It's like a month ago.
Oh, really?
But can I pay you in the coin?
And
he goes, now, keep in mind, you could just take it back to the exchange and convert it to USD right away.
Yeah.
And initially, that's what I was going to do, because I didn't want this random coin, this random shit coin that was
Is that what
never
called?
Probably.
Shitcoin?
I mean, the idea was pretty good. Like, I don't really have any moral objection to the entering a lottery. Like, I think you have to be 18 plus. If you would choose to gamble in that way by doing an automated lottery, but it also wasn't like normal gambling, which I think I have some moral qualms with. It was just put your coins, set it, and forget it. It wasn't, hitting a slot machine or get bonus wins or spins or anything that was like addictive. It was just like set it and forget it. I was like, I kind of respect that idea, but they were like, we want to do as many as we can as soon as possible. So I would have been making like $30,000 to $50,000 a month off of this coin.
And what happened?
I said no.
Would I have said no?
Because I knew that I didn't fully believe in it. And by the way, pull this clip up whenever anyone comments that I'm a fucking sellout. Because that was for you guys, okay? I could have had a new car. And I was concerned about it because I also said, I was like, oh, how does taxes for this work, right? And I also started to go down the path of logical thinking, which is, wait, if you're paying me in the coin that you made, and then I'm turning that into Bitcoin and Bitcoin into USD, am I not effectively printing money? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but if you make a fake currency, even if it's worth $0.0000000, no. I don't think I would be legally in trouble for this if I FTC disclose.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that person, and so I was like, I pushed him. I was like, what about taxes? Like, how does taxes work? But I just pay capital gains, I guess. He goes, none of us around here really worry about taxes. And that was a red flag for me.
What does that even mean? That's so ominous.
Followed up by, yeah, dude, like I don't even really own like any USD. What?
What do you mean? How do you buy things?
Yeah, what do you mean you don't own USD? What do you mean you don't own the world's reserve currency in any way? So listen, respect to the dude for the hustle. There were just a lot of red flags, and Yeah, I said no. And did it hurt? Yeah.
Proud of you.
But boy, when that FaZe Clan crypto save the kids thing started blowing up in everybody's faces and people were getting kicked out.
Oh yeah, that was rough.
The literal SEC is starting an investigation into them.
I mean, the good news is
I will pass up money any day.
The good news is you could not have been kicked out unless you're going to kick yourself out.
Yeah.
So you would have just had to deal with the FCC investigation.
Oh, just a little SEC.
Just
Dude,
that.
Elon could barely fend off the SEC, and he's the richest person alive. You think a little shrimp like me can make it? So, yeah, I don't know if you've ever gotten token offers, but there's definitely been
no, I don't think I have.
An insane amount of money on the table. And then, of course, the idea is if he's paying me in the coin and I keep promoting it, it's going to go up in value.
Yeah.
So it puts me at this insane unfair advantage. And I mean, I just bring this up to say, if you see your favorite creator, there's a very big difference between promoting Litecoin or Bitcoin or Ethereum or Ripple, which are all currencies that I think I believe in. And full disclosure, I hold all of those in some way. But there's a big difference between that.
So are you promoting them?
I mean, to the moon?
Sell out.
To the moon? I think I actually have a little bit of Doge as well. I just put like a little bit in Doge when it was at its peak and I've lost like 60%. But
that's fun.
I don't know. Do you ever play with crypto? Have you ever gotten any crazy deals like that for just an ungodly amount of money? That
I'd imagine I've probably received emails, but let me look. Oh, let me see if I've gotten any emails about it.
Yeah.
Yes. Does the name Webble? Does that sound familiar at all?
I haven't heard of that.
There was also a weird one. Oh my God, I remember that. There was a thing called Node. There was like this little tiny,
vaguely familiar.
Little tiny triangle that could sit in your room and just make coin. Like it would mine it for you. Vaguely.
That's wild.
They sent me one and I just never took it out of the box.
Got you. Wait, it's a miner?
Yeah. It was like the whole pitch was like, you don't have to use your PC or any of that stuff anymore. Like we just made this little machine and it was heavy. It was like this heavy triangle. Look up Node. Look up crypto and Node and I'm sure it'll come up. NODE.
This is just a lot of like code stuff about how to make things in hash.
Well, that's not helpful.
Node crypto miner. I can't really find it right now, but I believe you,
it was probably one of those scams where I saved my own ass by saying no.
No, it's one of those things where, I just like the money's. I mean, we even heard some stuff on our podcast, right? Remember we were talking about certain brands and they were like, whoa, the money's real green for these guys.
Uh-huh.
And
yes,
we can say it. It was like CBD or marijuana products.
Yeah.
And I think our line that we agreed on was like probably no to weed, but like I personally,
probably no to
I would be
weed?
okay promoting CBD.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, I mean promoting it's tough to promote a drug. We also got an offer to promote alcohol. And, we decided for very many various reasons that we were like, just not a good fit for us.
But that goes into show like how much thought you and I put into every brand that, we promote on this show. Cause we have very easily gotten more offers than we have accepted. I think we could say that.
Yeah. We are, I think, almost fully booked again for the next couple months. So sorry for the people that don't like ads, but
sorry, everybody else.
For this podcast. I mean, I think it's safe to say this is like one of the most successful technology podcasts in the past few years that I've seen pop up as far as consistent reviews and engagement. And
I mean, our ad
awesome.
agency said that we're their top tech podcast and they're a pretty big agency. Yeah. And they mentioned names that they have.
Yeah, our agency also does Morbid, which is I think the number 4 or 5 podcast in the world.
Yeah,
which is it felt good.
It's a true crime one,
dude.
I want to do a true crime show so bad, dude.
You like host it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like
I'm not
other than tech
should.
stuff, other than tech, like that's what I watch on YouTube. Or just like in general in life, like I love true crime stuff. Like Forensic Files for the last 10 years has been my favorite show.
Maybe, I mean, have you ever thought about, I mean, I know this sounds cliche, but like, have you ever thought about starting a podcast or a channel on YouTube where you would talk about that kind of thing? I mean,
I have thought about it. So I've had a couple of different ideas.
Okay.
I'll mention, so I had many ideas before Front Page Tech worked that I did.
Sure.
Like, the Magic Channel. And I tried to do like short films and sketches and stuff, but this was after Front Page Tech worked. Like after I realized I had a formula that worked. More recently, I've talked about, because Karina loves true crime stuff too, and I have talked to her about maybe us like doing something together or do a true crime podcast together. Dude,
that'd be really cute.
I have a fucking amazing name. I mean, who came up with the name for this podcast? You or me?
You came up with Genius Bar.
So that
I came
might
up
be
with
my
the podcast
thing.
idea. You came up with the name.
Yes. So I just like, I'm good at naming things. I will message you
the name.
I don't want to say it out loud
because you don't want somebody to take it. You don't want somebody to take it. They will. They'll never. I learned that the hard way with the OnlyFans. Never mention something before you have it, because it don't work like that.
Tell me this is not. How do you spell this? How do you spell homicide?
HOMICIDE. Did you just give away part of the name?
No.
Okay. Sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to say it out loud. Okay. Homicide. There's this name is good. Read the name and then confirm whether it's good or terrible.
That's a really good name.
Yes.
That's
and I'm surprised it's not taken yet. So
that's a really good name.
I know, dude. It's so good.
You're really good at that. Hell yeah.
So we've talked about doing something like that, like true crime related together. But also, I played around with an idea a few years ago, and I have like intros. We did like music production, a bunch of stuff for it, graphics. The channel might still be up somewhere. It was called Because the Internet. And it was it was going to be a late night show. Like, so exact same format of Front Page Tech, but covering like culture, internet news.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. That's so that was an idea that I played with like after Front Page Tech worked and the format worked. I was like, how can I branch out of tech stuff? And so I thought of like a late night show called Because the Internet. And I'll play. I mean, I don't even know if I could find an intro for it. If I find an intro, one of the intros, I'll edit it in and play it here for you guys. But
or you could tweet it out at Genius Barcast.
An idea that never was.
So you never did it?
No.
I could totally see you doing that. You should hire someone under the Front Page Tech umbrella and just give them the infrastructure and the set and just have them come on. Or
that was the thing. It was supposed to be I wanted to,
because that's a really good idea.
I wanted it to be like an outlet for me outside of tech stuff. So I wanted to host it and do the show like same styles from Pitch Tech, but just cover culture, internet stuff.
So the FaZe Clan drama and this and that would be amazing. Oh,
but like
Philly
funny.
D, yeah, Philly D, yeah, but funny and I think you'd be good at that. I'm glad you feel that too, though, because I'm always looking for outlets outside of tech to express myself. I feel boxed in sometimes.
So I'll show you the logo. It was pretty fucking good.
Because the Internet. That's a good name. Somebody, is that like permission for someone to take it?
That was the logo for it. It looks like a late night show. Oh my
God.
Yeah. It looked like it, like,
that's so good.
This is the intro.
That's absolutely incredible. Oh, you found it.
I can't believe it's been another 24 hours of my miserable existence, and the only way I made it because the internet.
Oh my God.
So we had a guy voiceover. Dude, there's 20 of those. So that said something funny before the beginning. There were 20 different intros where every episode it would say something witty.
Hold on.
So it was like funny
long
intro
ago was
because
this idea
the internet.
Fleshed out? How long ago did you can this?
3 years ago, it says. 3-4 years ago. So it was around that time where I got that job offer from Amazon, and it just threw shit off.
John, I don't want to flex, but I kind of got a job offer from Amazon recently too.
Did you? Did you get the email I think you got?
It's not the offer isn't. No, it's going to be public. Amazon Live. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't I tell you the story about me when I worked for Amazon and like, I went through all that mental health shit?
Yeah.
That was that project.
Oh.
But it wasn't fully fleshed out. Their idea was each category, there was a beauty category, I was tech category. They built physical sets where I went and we did stuff, like we did a live show. I had my own show. It was called Live Wire. That was the tech show. There was a beauty show. There was a veterinary show, like about animals, where they basically like scouted creators from YouTube, one for each category. I know I tried out with like 8 other tech people in the community, and I got the job for my show. But they did that with every category, and so they built physical sets in New York City where we basically like they called it the carousel, where you talked about a product or reviewed it, and under the live stream, those products were there.
Yeah, that's still there.
In one of our production meetings, I was like, "This is ridiculous! Like, that you could put that carousel on anybody and get really trusted names from YouTube where they could just live stream from their house." And it was like this fun little concept that we talked about. I quit. And now Amazon Live is like an actual thing where they no longer hire people to come to New York and do the streams. And instead, they get YouTubers that are trusted to do, like, to have the carousel under the live stream and do product stuff like that. That was like the beginning of that idea before it. Now it's obviously like an actual thing and they've reached out to a bunch of people. But
so you got the email too?
Yeah, but I didn't respond. This stuff has me like the PTSD from this Amazon stuff, dude. Like, and what am I going to reply? Like, yeah, I know. I basically helped start this project, this Amazon Live project.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Worst time of my life. That was that time. I think it's a really cool idea, and maybe if that stuff hadn't happened before,
then you'd be down.
Maybe I'd be into it, but a part of me feels like, there are people that are really good at that already do that stuff on YouTube that are way more fitted to it. Like even you talk a lot about products too.
Yeah. I'm going to do it. I said, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like it's not like
August, September, I'll be doing one stream each week.
Oh, really? Like a consistent thing? That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I signed the offer and everything, and then it'll be a fun little thing. I just got a new PC. So I've been wanting to stream more, and I mean, hey, for an hour a week, make a little bit of cash, and why not?
That's really cool. I think it'd be really good at it.
Thanks, man. I've long struggled with streaming, but I think the podcast has helped me break out of my shell and get more comfortable. So I'm very excited.
We should. You want to do a couple mock live streams for Genius Bar just to get?
Dude, wait! I just realized we could just stream Genius Bar on Amazon Live.
Are we allowed to do that?
I mean, I think so. He said he said I can bring any sponsors that I want on the show.
What?
So wait, should we just maybe one for the next 2 months? Maybe just one for the next 2 months. That people would really like that. I think it'd be a great way to get the audience engaged and
a Genius Bar live stream on Amazon. That sounds fun.
Why? Yeah, we can put it on YouTube, of course. We're not going to restrict it until Spotify gives us 10 million. I'll Spotify exclusive. 10 million.
Oh yeah,
Spotify.
I would do it. I would do it for like a couple hundred, really.
Yeah. If we could still do, we would still bring our sponsors. Yeah, wait, that would just only be an upside for us. That'd be great.
I mean, a couple $100. That's it. Just
dude, can we shop selling the IP of Genius Bar to Spotify? You see, Call Her Daddy. Call Her Daddy got a $60 million deal.
Dude, fuck.
Joe Rogan got $100 million. Now, obviously, these people have infinitely larger audiences than Genius Bar.
Number one in the whole world.
You're right. Number one, best podcast in the whole world. But I'm just saying, I mean, if they could get like what? If you divided that down, per, I mean, yeah, we can get a couple million, right?
I think so. At least,
I'm going to email Spotify.
$500,000.
I'm emailing Spotify. I'm going to ask. I'm going to say, you can have merch sales and everything that Genius Bar would ever do, but I want that stimmy, and I want 100% sponsor revenue and 100% of the upfront. That would be so good.
I'm shocked that we just started this like pretty much for fun, like a few months ago. Yeah. And now it is somebody's like full-time salary.
Yeah. No,
just
it is
the show
actually,
by itself. We're so fucking lucky.
weird.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's been so cool to see because it's also a reminder that you can try something 100 times on your own, and sometimes you just got to find the right person to do it with.
I hope you find the person, Sam.
and here he is, John Prosser. Now we're getting
speaking
sappy.
about money. Speaking about money and people paying us.
Speaking about money, man, I got to stretch.
Your favorite sponsor,
do you mind if I stretch real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, give us a stretch. What is that? Is that Magic Spoon?
John, it is Magic Spoon.
Is that Magic Spoon
It is
cereal?
Magic Spoon with 0 grams of, this is cereal. It's the best cereal in the whole world. You guys know it. You love it. We promote it. They signed for the whole year. They're never leaving. I hope so. 0 grams of sugar per serving, asterisk. 4 grams. No, wait, that's just a little cross. It says not a low calorie food. See nutrition facts for calorie and sugar content. Yeah, no, it's 0 grams sugar per serving, 4 grams net carbs per serving, 13 grams of protein per serving. I mean, genuinely.
13 to 14, depending on what box you have.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
Some cereal does more. And John, I want to let you on a tidbit.
Hit me with a tidbit.
They just reintroduced cookies and cream on their website.
Oh, really?
So guess who is going to be reaching out to the agency for some more cereal, because that sounds incredible.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
If you guys have not tried it, there has never been a better time to try Magic Spoon.
I feel like on Twitter and in YouTube comments, like this is the brand that so many people talk to us about. That like, okay, you got me to try Magic Spoon, and it's delicious. 0 grams of sugar, as Sam said, 14 grams of protein, only 140 calories per serving. It's keto friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. You can build your own box or get a variety pack of available colors like cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, my personal favorite, blueberry, cinnamon, and Sam just mentioned cookies and cream. Are we crazy?
Guys,
we reached out. We want them to build us a Genius Bar box where you get our favorite flavors. But if not, Sam, what's your favorite flavor? Everyone needs to know.
I haven't even tried it, and I'm going cookies and cream. I'm literally building my box as we speak because, John, they also added maple waffle. I don't know how they're just this good. Like how they literally do not miss. They don't miss with their flavors.
Maple waffle.
I know.
My favorite is peanut butter, but the maple waffle one might.
It just sounds cookies and cream. Oh my God, I'm nutting. Magic Spoon made me nut.
Okay.
MagicSpoon.com.
I need to say
not a medical claim.
MagicSpoon.com/Genius Bar to grab your own delicious cereal and try it today. 100% happiness guaranteed. Obviously, Sam.
Oh. That's actually cool. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund you your money, no questions asked.
I mean, would you say you're happy?
Yeah. Oh, John, I'm beyond happy.
You were talking about nutting. That sounds happy to me.
I'm so happy. No, it doesn't for legal purposes. It doesn't cause you to nut, but it does cause you to experience lots of joy. And I will put that claim behind my name.
Okay, get your own delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/Genius Bar and get $5
we'll need a moment
off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for supporting this episode of The Genius Bar. Okay.
MagicSpoon.com/Genius Bar. Genius Bar, $5 off. Okay.
That's your favorite sponsor? You can die happy now?
There's other ones. I really like HelloFresh. I really like Hover. Hover was one that I really enjoyed today. I like the entire show. Better Hope. We had 3 ones that we just legitimately are big hitters. Hover. I mean, these are big names.
Two of those renewed for the rest of the year. So Hover, you got better hurry up.
you just gave away which one didn't review. No, Hover's been new. They'll see that you guys are buying all kinds of domains. I have an addiction to buying domains. I don't know about you, but Hover's great.
Did you see somebody bought frontpagetech.com?
No, did that
Remember
happen?
You mentioned it in the last episode of Genius Bar?
Somebody actually bought it?
Yeah.
So what is it?
FCH front page.
Wait, coming soon. That's a really beautiful coming soon page. I bet they used Hover because that's beautiful.
Probably. So thank you for ruining my day, Sam. You came up with that idea. Was it you or Luke Miani?
I can't remember, but that was a great episode.
You assholes.
We've had some good hitters on Genius Bar lately. When are you going to surprise me with a guest, John? I was really secretly, I was hoping that you brought one of your many random Twitter connections on, and you were just like, here they are.
You joke, but the best part about a surprise is that I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to you're not going to know. You would have expected one this week, and if it's not a real surprise until you're actually right in the mouth.
You are welcome to surprise me with any person of any kind ever on the show, and I will have zero objection.
What if just from me to you. What if? Okay, so you just now gave me consent, but what if I had started a discussion with somebody before you gave me consent? Is that still bad?
No, because we're podcast hosts. It's implied on this show and us as friends and business partners that we are allowed to do things to each other for entertainment as long as there's no long-term harm or damage or whatever.
There might be though.
No, I mean, dude, whatever it is for the show, I will do it on Genius Bar because I love Genius Bar. And I really want
Sam taking one for the team.
I want to do Genius Bar lives. I just don't know if we have enough audience yet to do. We couldn't do a tour yet. There's no way.
We could.
No, we couldn't sell out 3. Dude, we get like 9,000 listens a week. With our RSS, we get quite a bit more than that. But
yeah,
I'm saying, I don't know. Maybe we could, John. Let's manifest it. Let's manifest a Genius Bar tour. That'd be so fun to travel around and do our.
Okay, that means everyone's got to get the fucking vaccines. Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of nice things being ruined, can we talk about how Apple's event in September is virtual?
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be, but thank you, America.
But the employees
fucking
don't
good job,
go back
everybody.
To work. No, the employees it's not their fault. Yeah, that was a bit of a shocker.
Uncle Sam being a little bitch.
Yes, yeah, it's annoying. But here's the thing. You've told me that you like the virtual events better. And I've heard that from many people. So what is the outrage about? Events. Outrage for outrage? Because I'm for it.
I'm mad for everybody else except myself. I love the virtual events. They're the best forever. I hope that everyone is sick all the time and we can never have an in-person event ever again.
I was really hoping it would be in person because I miss the stage, but I have a feeling that it's going to be a hybrid. I have a feeling Apple is going to pre-shoot a lot and it'll be like Tim Cook comes on the stage in front of the audience. Let's take it to this person. And it's like 20 minutes of pre-record. Now Tim's back on stage. So it's sort of like you're watching a movie in the audience. That's my prediction.
Because remember in the last episode,
in the audience, but
remember last week I told you that I had been told that they were shooting something in a location that was not Apple Park. So that makes sense. They have begun shooting something. And then now we heard, but last week I said I heard that they started shooting something in a certain location that's not Apple Park, but I don't know if it's 100% pre-recorded or if this is just like part of the event that will be in person.
You did say that.
And now we know that it's just going to be virtual and very interesting.
John, what are they shooting? Is it Apple Watch? Is it iPhone?
I don't know. I know what location
it
is, but I shouldn't say
the location.
You shouldn't
say because that would probably
But it might help. Me. Yeah, I'll tell you. It might help figure out what it is they're shooting. But actually, no, I don't think. I don't think it would. No, I'm not going to say it, but I don't think it would help you determine what it was they're shooting.
Do you know what they're shooting?
No, I know the only thing I know is that they began shooting. Who is shooting? And where? And the where it is, I think it would be a good guess to say it's probably iPhone camera related stuff, like iPhone 13 camera demo stuff.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So that's what I would say it is. It's
exciting.
It might be. It's not Apple Park, but it could be a museum of sorts. That is art focused.
Wow, John.
Yeah, you never know.
I was just at the Museum of Chicago. Are you saying I missed Tim Cook?
It might be in California, so not too far away from Apple Park, but just not Apple Park. A museum of artness, and you guys can do the math. Pull up Apple Maps and start trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm excited. So September event, we should talk about this because I think let's just talk about imminently.
Okay.
No new hardware before September. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Okay, I agree as well. September, my bets, which will be in my videos that come out tomorrow. I'm doing like a fall event preview video. iPhone 13, iPhone 13 Pro, Apple Watch Series 7, AirPods.
Are you going to title it September event preview, the end of Facebook?
The end of Twitter, John. No, I'm not. I'm not going to stoop to that level.
Okay.
But yeah, we know what we're talking about.
Okay.
The thing is, I think AirPods are going to come. We got that report that says they are, but you sounded a bit skeptical in your front page tech video that AirPods would be coming.
I sounded skeptical because fucking Digitimes said it. And Digitimes just, everything is the opposite. When they say it, it's the opposite every time.
It's hit or miss, but it may. I see it. I see it being.
You see it happening at the event, though.
Yes,
I definitely see it happening around the time frame, but you see it happening AirPods for the first time ever at an event, other than when they were first introduced.
Second time ever, and because I think the iPhone's going to be such a small upgrade, I think they're going to sell. And we've got this, the AirPods 3 will be part of the iPhone story.
And it only works with the new iPhone.
I mean, God, could you imagine? They won't do that, but I'm excited for that. I also, the more I think about it, I could just see iPhone accessory, because that's exactly what they did last year. They did HomePod Mini, iPhone 12 Pro. That was the event.
Do you see there being 3 events at the end of the year again?
I see there being 2 events.
Interesting.
I see a September event and a November event.
November Mac focused?
Yeah.
Okay.
iPad Mini and Mac. I'm thinking iPad Mini, base iPad. Oh, they could do base iPad in September too. They could do iPhone, base iPad, because base iPad's going to sell regardless, and then Apple Watch Series 7. Maybe AirPods by themselves in October.
I'm hearing iPad Mini September.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense, but I do feel like that could take away some of the iPhone's thunder.
What last year they did iPad Air, the base iPad, iPhone, and Apple Watch in the same event.
No, they didn't.
Did they not?
No. They didn't? They did Apple Watch Series 6, Apple Watch SE, iPad Air, and iPad.
iPad.
Oh
yeah, they did, because then the iPhone was the following one.
Yeah, and they notice they just did iPhone and HomePod Mini.
Oh wow, yeah.
And if you look back at their events historically,
that time was such a blur. It was so much fun that it was just everything happened so fast.
It was really fun. There was never a down period. I am more than ready for 3 small events again. That really helped with our jobs, Apple. Thank you.
Yes. Please, and it was just, as a fan, it was new. It was also and exciting fun. And fun. And Lisa's probably still up on the roof.
Lisa. Oh, I love Lisa. I hope she comes back. Hope she's not up there forever. Do you see 3 events? What's your take?
So the issue is they have a lot that they need to get out the door.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they can because of the chip shortage.
Yeah.
I mean, that held up a lot. The MacBook Pro was supposed to be out already.
Yeah.
I think even Gurman said that. It was supposed to be out, but there's a delay, chip shortage delay. Or no, maybe he said mini LED display was an issue with that.
It's been the mini LED that's been the MacBook Pro. Truly, I see iPhones, so Pro and not Pro. That's not even a question. Apple Watch, not even a question. AirPods an event, maybe, but I am leaning towards yes. New iPad Mini, base iPad, M1X MacBook Pro. And that's 6 things at the most. So I think 3 per event.
Uh-huh.
I mean, all of Apple's events, they did no less than 3 to 4 major announcements. So it could have been Apple One. That was something else that they threw in at the September event and things like that. But I don't really see 3 this year. I just with the shortages, like you said, I think it's going to be a little too tight.
Yeah.
But the Mac Mini could come as well.
Maybe. I am ridiculously ready and excited for this iPad Mini.
I noticed your pitch change in your last video, and you're like, my little baby hands,
dude. I'm so excited. So I genuinely I use my iPad Air all the time, but in bed, I want to use it in bed, but I tend to use my phone more because that iPad, especially in the dark, it's too big. It's too big and heavy to hold there. It's not even that heavy, but when you're laying on your back, it's like too much. It's obnoxious.
Okay.
But, dude, my phone is just a little bit too small. If I had a little baby iPad in bed, that would be the best. Like just a bedtime iPad that's just always sitting by the bed. That sounds so awesome. And it's going to look so cool.
Yeah.
It's going to have, listen, it's got a fucking, nobody believed this when I put out that design leak. The smart connector on the back, everyone was like, no, that's not a thing.
Yeah. No, you're
right. But
right.
now we have 9 to 5 Mac coming out saying there's a smart connector on the back. There's USB Type-C on the bottom. That is a badass move for that tiny little iPad. Or that means we're going to have a tiny little keyboard.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what else would the smart connector be for?
No, it's weird. You're right. I agree. I believed your link at first. I didn't need 9 to 5 Mac. Although I
also sent you pictures.
Yeah, I do dig that 9 to 5 Mac is backdropping exclusives. I don't know if you've noticed that, but Chance Millers has been on a hot streak there. I've been loving it. Shout out to Chance. He's been killing it. They
did 2 last week.
Yeah, I feel like there's more coming. I feel like they got a little source. I just that's what it seems like that the 2-in-1, like they would do 1 a month, and anything that they would do exclusive in the past was just software release stuff. So
like digging through iOS or something.
Yeah, that is really going to bother me about this episode.
What?
My camera somehow got flipped. So when I'm looking here, I'm looking away from you. But I'm actually looking at my screen to the left. So we're looking like this the entire episode.
Okay, hang on.
Is there a way to fix that? I need to be looking the other. Whoa. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, hey, that's a fix.
Right, we fixed it on the fly. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
All right, guys. This is the first time I've ever been on the left side. How do you guys feel? Now, our left to right readers different? Will see my face first. Honestly, it looks better because now it looks like we're actually looking and having a conversation.
Yeah, sort of.
John, when can we buy the Genius Bar studio? I've been thinking about it. I'm like, we need a studio. We got to do it in person forever. Just drive 2 hours.
Dude, you can just move to my house.
Oh, I know. I'm just not ready. Just move to St. Louis.
You got to ask Karina. If she says yes, I'll go.
Karina, can you call her in here?
She won't come in.
Okay.
She'll need 3 hours to do makeup.
Whenever she's on a front page tech, I'm always like, she just looks just perfect. Like
that's
every single part of her, just
Thank
like
you.
Head to toe.
Always, like, but she always looks like that. But if I'm like she looks great right now. But if I'm like, hey, will you come on the show for like just 2 seconds? She's like, all right, that'll be 2 hours of makeup.
Oh my God.
To look the same as she does now.
That's how my ex was. And I know, I get it. But I'm also annoyed when I just want to go get McDonald's and you have to get ready.
Yeah, I want to say that intro that she did on FPT early last week took like 6 hours or something for like 45 seconds, I think it was. Maybe less.
That's love, man. That's love.
And then, I fucking did that pre-roll for WeVPN where I dressed up as a burglar. Yeah. They didn't use it. Did not use it. So I said, all right, fuck this. It was a good idea. I came up with the burglar idea. So I dressed up as a burglar. I mean, I showed you that pre-roll. I had made that months ago. They didn't use it, so I dressed up as a burglar on Front Page Tech.
I have to talk to you about our newest assignment for them after the show because I have no idea what's going on. Literally no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know either. Our newest assignment from them.
I'm just like, 30 seconds. Okay.
So
this is so funny.
Every episode of Front Page Tech, this is how I'm getting through the drought and like mentally like challenging myself is creating these goofy ass intros. Every episode for like the last 6 episodes has had a random, crazy, stupid intro.
Yeah, I was going to confront you about that.
And everyone is comparing me to you now.
I was going to confront you like, John, you're getting a little close to my style here.
I'm sorry. That's why I see you dressing up as a burglar.
I didn't. Dude, I'll be honest.
You're just like pregnant and having news babies.
I've taken a lot of inspiration from Front Page Tech. Like a lot of the time in my videos, I've been trying to do like 3 stories because it is a really good pace for a video. Now, of course, if I wanted to take your branding, you did share access to that whole folder for the April Fool's jokes.
I did, yes. You could literally build a whole episode of the show.
Just with officially licensed like graphics. Yeah. But no, I've been loving Front Page Tech lately. I've been enjoying it. I feel like we're coming out of the drought.
I feel like I got to keep myself sane. And it's a nice little thing, like those intros. There's usually a continuing story. And it's a nice little treat for the people that are subscribed and they come back every episode, even when the news is shitty.
Exactly. No, it's fun. And I feel like things have been getting better. I got some good views on a video. Everything's starting to go back up. I don't know if I showed you why I was so tweaking. Like, I feel like some people probably picked up on it, that the Luke Miani episode, I was like kind of tweaking about YouTube. And I just want to show you, I'll show you why I was worried, John, because I've never seen this. And I think I've showed Luke and I've showed other people. But you know how like on YouTube, even when you're not making videos, like you have that baseline of daily subscribers. Like you're always gaining more than you're losing, no matter what. Even when it's bad, even when things are not going great. So things are going good again.
Okay.
But let me show you. So this, hold on, this is going to be a
can't see that
nightmare.
Okay.
So you see that little, okay, let's get my face. So you see that little, let me scoot my hand over. Hold on. We're going to get through this. So you see that little, so that's like my baseline, right? Like that's normally, okay, let's stop focusing on my face, Lumix GH5. This is the hardest thing I've ever done.
I want to like instinctually tap on the screen.
Like, I know.
Boop.
Okay. Oh my God. I'm covering my face. So
okay, that didn't help at all.
Oh my God. This is the hardest thing. They don't pay me enough. Okay. So you see that little graph? Is it focused or not?
Yes.
I genuinely can't tell.
I mean,
so you see
yes.
That?
Yes.
Okay. So overnight it turned into that.
That's pretty scary.
And I didn't see, like I've never had subscriber growth that low. Okay, camera, like, are you, like, come on, you never focus on my face. I'm actually mad because this camera's bullshit, dude. Stop.
It doesn't focus on your face when you want it to?
No, and then now it's auto lock. Okay, so at that down period, and one day I lost subs. So I was freaking out because I've never in my 8 years seen a drop off. Overnight,
what does mine look like?
Overnight, back to normal. Like the graph goes back up. I'm like, okay. So I was
did you have that weird bug too?
I guess it was a bug.
There was a bug where it stopped reporting revenue.
Oh, I didn't have that.
Did you see that going around?
Yeah, but I've not been really paying attention to the revenue that much.
Yeah, well, for like 2 days it said I made $0, and I was like, what?
Karina, you would like a job?
Help!
Yeah, no, it was crazy, but I'm not tweaking anymore. It just because it's just like. It was scary to see that no one, even though I was working just as hard, that no one was caring. And I was like, man, I don't know if I have a healthy relationship with YouTube sometimes. I don't think any YouTuber has except like Casey Neistat now, who's just literally, I do it when I want for fun. Like that's the healthy relationship. That's how everybody starts. And then when it becomes a job, it gets stressful like any other job when it gets slow.
Speaking of stuff becoming a job, so I think I've talked about it a little bit that frontpagetech.com is like Karina's full-time job now.
Yeah.
Did not expect that to happen.
That's amazing. Yeah, the site's doing great, right?
I wasn't prepared. Like when we were making it, she'd ask, how much do you expect it to make, or do you think it's going to make anything? And my guesses were like maybe $400 to $500 a month, maybe. It'll be cool, just like extra money for. I don't know, underwear,
dinners,
yeah,
underwear, $500 underwear. Okay, John.
Yeah, but it's like a legitimate, like full-time job now, and I just think that's so cool because it's like it's amazing, my own little piece of the internet. Like it's not another platform that
way.
We're like,
I feel that same way.
Think about this: if YouTube was fucked, like it went away, you and I would be kind of fine. Like we could migrate our stuff to our own websites that already exist.
That is true.
And if there was no YouTube, people would go to the websites more because that's where we're at.
Is that it, John? Do we put our stuff on our own site nowhere else?
We just leave YouTube early?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, we couldn't. I will say Apple Track does not make nearly as much as frontpagetech.com.
You don't know.
You guys got a little I know, but it's
well. To be fair, like I have Karina. It's her full-time job, and she's writing articles all day. Like I know you don't have time to do that.
No, and that's why I do the bullet points. But I also, like you said, you're proud of it. It's your own piece of the internet. I love that from any computer anywhere I can go to appletrack.com and I'm like, that shit's mine.
That's the coolest thing,
and
dude.
I'm proud of the reporting.
When I'm like gone out of my house and I can just like, and you know, Karina writes for it. So even I go to my own website and see it updated. I'm like, that's so fucking cool, dude.
It's beautiful. I feel the same way. I'm so proud of the site. It's opened more doors than I ever thought it would. And that's where the value in it is for me, is in the connection to the community.
I know FrontPageTech.com wouldn't exist without Apple Track.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I mean, listen, we're all doing this thing together. That's why we all got to celebrate each other, and why I just fucking love the tech community. I love what we're building here. And I love that people like you and me and Luke and so many others are just doing stuff that's different, that's fun, and that we'll do this weird thing together. I don't know, just overnight in the past year, I've just been like, this is the community that I wanted. When I pictured my coworkers or people that I worked with, it was just the text of, did you see this news? Or Luke will text me and be like, bro, this video's tanking. I'll be like, same. Or I'll be like, yo, it's a great month. And I'll be like, same. You know, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And I love it. Like, the tech community is on the come up.
Well, it's a shit month currently, if you were wondering.
Yeah, no, this is not one of my greatest months. Luckily, we have podcast money and other stuff coming in to stay afloat. Some sponsees. But some sponsees. Anyway, have we been talking for a long time? I feel like we've only been talking for 15 minutes.
Yep, it's been 15 minutes plus an hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 20 minutes? I tried to math really quick and it didn't work.
No, that was good. No, you did it. It was an hour.
Did I do
15, it? Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Good enough.
No, you did it. So are we just doing like 2-hour episodes now? Is that our thing?
No, I hope not.
Can we start getting 4 sponsors in here? More money.
We could. Is that worth another hour?
Do you have it, John? Do you have anything to promote or plug today? Do you have anything you've been working on that's like coming out?
No.
I did think of a genius idea that I will be talking to you about that we will be doing very soon. And you will love it.
Oh, no. Why are you saying it like that with an evil smile on your face, though?
Oh, because it's just, I can't say much, but it's the best idea for Genius Bar merch that I think we could ever have. And I'm not going to say anything else.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
Can you tell me right now and then we cut it out of the show? Just so they can see my reaction? Dog! Yes!
Would that not sell out in a fucking heartbeat? Yes, that'd be
so awesome. Yes. Okay. All right.
That's what I'm saying. I've been looking at, so if I've been distracted, I've been looking up like things online for like how to make this happen. Yeah, no, this will be happening because
very interesting.
It's just, yeah. It was bleeped, but keep a lookout on our for stuff.
Cue everyone guessing in the comments.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
you won't guess it.
You guys who see at the end of the episode, do we not say the best part? You always want to watch the end. You always want to stay till the end because you always get just a little taste. Just
a little taste of something. Speaking of the end of the episode, is that it? Do we have anything else to cover?
I mean,
Titanium coming to the iPhone 14 next year because iPhone 13 leaks were not enough.
Yeah, I always hate when it's this part of the cycle. It gets so confusing. People are coming at the iPhone 14. We don't even know if it's... We still were like pretty confident it's not going to be iPhone 13, even though everybody's calling it that.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the information about the faster charging for the iPhone 13 potentially. The Pro Display XDR
Okay, so
rumor.
Everyone was calling that rumor sketchy, including myself. But every time I wonder about an outlet, I go to your website, and their last leaks from mydrivers.com were correct. Did you know that?
I didn't actually check. I think I put the percentage. Oh no, they're not yet rated.
I don't think they have a percentage on Apple Track.
No, they don't. I'm really behind, dude. Does Karina want to like manage Apple Track? Because I'm getting real behind on the pages, dude. It's just so much. It's so much.
Yeah, I don't think they have a percentage. I don't think you gave them a percentage yet, but like just going through and looking at past things they said, there was like 3 things and they were correct. And they were all iPad related things, I think.
Interesting.
So, yep.
Are you excited for the Pro Display XDR2 with an A13 chip inside?
Yup. Nope.
That was a weird one, but
that was another 95 Mac exclusive, huh?
I want to get a Pro Display XDR, but I could not describe the emotion I would feel if I bought it and then they updated it in 6 months. Like if they upgraded the $5,000 screen within 6 months, I would.
Well, what do you think it needs an A13 chip for and neural engine?
I think it's just going to be, I think it's going to be Apple's sort of form of an external GPU of some kind. I think they're going to bake it in the display. And that was what 9to5Mac posited as well, because they were like, we don't really know, but this is our best guess. And I think that's actually pretty brilliant. And especially if you're spending that much money, yeah, I'll take an A13 chip for $5,000. Thank you. I mean, making more value on a display, because really, how do you make that a better product?
I mean, what did the A13 ship with? Perfect. iPhone 11?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because we got A14 and
so it's old,
guys. Yeah. That is true though, because Apple does love to go really old with their chips for some reason, but
still, it's an A13 in a display.
Yeah, so that would still be pretty good. And then we've got,
what does the display need an A13 for?
We got 14.7, and then probably no big iMac this year.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Which
no
I mean,
iMac this year.
Did we think it was coming this year?
I lost hope after Gurman was like, they really worked hard on the smaller one. Did I mention that they worked really? Are you still enjoying? So you're on the base iMac, not the base, but the 24-inch. You're loving it. You like it. You keeping it. You're good.
Yeah, I just I would the second that bigger one comes out, I'm going to buy that, obviously. But this is fine for now. I have no complaints. I have not had any issues, like no issues with editing, nothing.
Do you miss your bigger screen?
Yeah. Well, I had an ultra.
That was something for me.
I fucking missed that form factor. I love the huge ass ultra wide.
I just like my iMac behind me, and I like the 27 inches. It's off, but yeah, she's right there. I don't know.
Small thing though. Like I love my ultra wide, but like especially creating media content, 16:9, having something that is 16:9 helps tremendously, because nothing fucking matches my 21:9 aspect ratio ultra wide. Like when I'm editing a video, it's a train wreck. So it's nice having 16:9, but that's about it.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm excited for the big iMac.
If they make a 21:9 iMac, yep.
Do you think you're not going to get M1X until it's in the iMac? So you're telling me they're going to say, here's a better version of Apple Silicon. Let's say it's an M1X Mac Mini. You could potentially connect it to your ultra wide.
Yes, I would do that. I would buy a Mac Mini.
MacBook
so fast.
Pro. MacBook Pro.
No.
But you could just dock it. You literally it's the same thing. But portable.
But better thermals with a Mac Mini.
I get my little we've seen Apple Silicon. The thermals do not matter. You get the M1 and the iPad Pro does exactly what it does in the MacBook Air.
Okay. Well, I guess it depends. Well, Gurman's leaks were pretty promising for M1X.
Yeah.
But if they put out a MacBook Pro, I feel like they're going to put out a Mac Mini next to it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think...
In which case I would buy the Mac Mini.
In which case I think I would buy both.
For why?
I need a portable computer. I did edit my last video on the M1. It's also what I do this podcast from. But I want to do the podcast from my PC. I need to email...
Do you have your PC yet?
Yeah, she's right here. She's
Can
great.
We see it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Give me just 1 second.
Can we see it?
Let me just stand here and...
When did you get it? You never said
I got
you got
the
it.
PC. Oh, I never told you? Okay, 1 second. So let's take you off the little standy. We're going mobile. I bet this is everybody's
All right, here we go. Audio listeners, go to youtube.com and look up Genius Bar, and you'll find the video version of this. Oh my God, this is scary. This looks like a found footage movie.
Yeah. So here she is.
Oh, okay. It was just a black box. I was hoping for... Okay, I can see it. Oh, okay. That is fucking stealthy.
Watch this.
What mic is that?
This is the blue microphones. This is my fun mic.
Oh, that was your... Okay. I know what that one is.
Yeah, it's a good one. I just turned her on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
You gaming in? Are you gaming on that yet?
I'm freaking gaming, dude. Here's my gaming monitor. Nobody's seen
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 27-inch NVIDIA G-Sync. Okay, why is my graphics card not lighting up? Don't love that. I've got a 3070 in here.
I'm about to die on...
Please.
On the
oh, there it is. There it is. Do you see it?
Oh, I see it.
Let's get that zoomy.
How did you get that?
Look at that, dude. Pre-built. That's the only graphics card right now.
I was gonna say, how'd you manage to get a graphics card right now?
Yeah, as you can see, we are working on the production quality of Genius Bar still. So,
no, that's great.
Yeah, I do love this ultra wide angle though. You guys let me know down in the comments. Would you like me to do the podcast? Nice. Like, I'll be honest, I like this. I like the ultra wide with me talking to the mic. I feel like a podcaster. Oh, what is this? Is this in the frame? Yeah, no, I like the ultra wide angle. I feel very free. This is my most comfortable I feel when making videos.
If we just did like another Magic Spoon ad, do they have to pay us?
Maybe I wish it worked.
We just invoice them.
Oh, now my computer's on. Now I want to start playing League. All right, John, I gotta go.
Let's go. All right, League of Legends,
dude.
I play that game.
Yeah, dude.
I don't.
It actually does work on Mac, but it does not work well on the M1 because there's no graphics chip support.
Yeah.
Anyway,
maybe on M1X.
I'm excited, man. I cannot wait. I will be buying the M1X in whatever form or all forms as soon as it is available. I just can't wait for M1X.
And I can't wait to talk to you again next week, everybody.
Oh, thank you guys for listening. You guys are the best. We did another great episode. Wow, almost 2 hours again. These folks.
Almost.
We're going long, and I don't want to say that the 2 hour mark might be good, but we got a lot of views last week. Doing pretty well. So maybe we keep doing a lot.
We can try it. I mean, listen, I will make it as long as the audience continues to listen and watch. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Isn't that what we said we would do?
I'm a man of the people. If you want 2 hours, I'll give you fucking 2 hours. I'll give you 4 hours. I don't give a shit. You know how many sponsors we can fit into 4 hours?
Oh, I'm in. I'll keep doing it. I'll go.
So we're supposed to do a current thing is like an hour with 3 sponsors. That's what it's like planned, even though we go over a lot.
Yeah.
So that's like 12 sponsors in one episode.
I want to bring up with something as well on the show that I think I want to key you in on. There's a podcast I really like, Tiger Belly with Bobby Lee and Kalila.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen
Love
it.
Bobby
They
Lee.
do this segment. Oh, he's just the best. Just simply the best. He does this segment on his podcast called Unhelpful Advice. And it's just like an advice segment. But I think, what if we did that every week?
What if we copped it?
I mean, I think it would be kind of fun because I think we're really good at talking about our lives outside of just Apple tech. Like, it could be questions about, should I buy the new MacBook Pro? I've also seen this in Mark Gurman's letter. He does a Q&A, and I've really started to like that. I think it could be a fun way for the audience to more deeply be part of the show. I know you used to do the voicemails that you loved on Recycle Bin.
On Recycle Bin, we did that because, well, it was audio only. And hearing like somebody, first of all, having people call in from anywhere in the world is awesome.
Let's do that.
Audio only.
Let's put that spin.
Yeah, instead of audio only, instead of us like having to read the questions, we could just play the voicemail and listen.
Dude, we should try that. I know you brought that up at the very beginning of Genius Bar, and I feel like I kind of shat on it for some reason, or I wasn't like fully into it, but I think
it was cool.
No, I think we should do it.
Like a voicemail number where people can leave voicemails?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask us questions, AMA. Like AMA doesn't have to be text. It could be like, my girlfriend cheated on me, but I still love her. What do I do? Like anything.
I'll have to set up a number for it to do the voicemails, but for now, you could just like hashtag Ask Genius Bar in the comments and on Twitter. Maybe we'll find it.
Yeah. Cool.
Ask us anything you want. It could be about life. It could be about Max. Don't care.
Don't care. Yeah, we'll answer. I think that would be fun.
It could be about Magic Spoon. Like, what's your favorite cereal?
I don't know. I like fruity. Okay, that's enough. All right, we love you guys. Thank you. We love you for a great show. Thank you for watching. Support our sponsors. Check out our Twitter at Genius Bar Cast. Check out our YouTube channel. Just check out the YouTube. You search Genius Bar, we come before Apple's Genius Bar. Subtle flux.
Dude, that is very sad. But if you type Genius Bar, we come up and not Apple.
I bet Apple loves that. I bet when people accidentally YouTube Genius Bar instead of Google it, they love that we are the ones that come up for their PR. Is this how we get sued?
Planned that or anything, but no, because we're just about ours.
We're talking about candy.
Remember?
Yeah. I love how we stuck with that stick for like 2 weeks and we never mentioned it again. Okay. All right, bro. It was good talking to you. I love you guys. See you in the next episode.
Toodles. Don't do drugs. Okay.
Don't do drugs. Or do.
That's my life advice.
Oh, my ear is itchy, dude.